In the coming days, everybody and their uncle will be offering a jobs plan, and that's a good thing because that's where the focus needs to be on jobs. We're not going to be able to deal with the other challenges we face if we don't start to put people back to work, to take them off the public payroll and have them paying taxes and driving economic confidence. At the Chamber, we've been intensely focused on jobs since the outbreak of the financial crisis. Just look at the front of the building. We've been talking about it for a long time. The most immediate priority facing our nation is to create jobs for some 25 million Americans who are either unemployed, underemployed, have given up looking, or are new entrants coming into the workforce. So let me give you a very short preview of some of our ideas which, for the purpose of today, fall into 6 baskets. The first basket, and perhaps the easiest, is trade. We need to push the pedal to the metal and get these 3 pending free trade agreements with Colombia, South Korea, and Panama completed. The second area is energy. We can create literally millions of new American jobs if we simply develop our own abundant energy resources on federal lands, offshore, and on private land. The third bucket is infrastructure. What do we need? It's simple. We need a highway bill, and we can't cut the size of it. It pays for primarily from user fees. We need a FAA bill, and we need a water bill, because this is a complicated issue. If you don't have them, then you lose the jobs you have today. If you do get them, and we keep pushing forward on it, we can create jobs that we need tomorrow. The fourth basket is travel and tourism. You know, folks go from Canada and the EU who would normally come to the United States are going other places because we're not treating them very well. And we can do some stuff here without spending money and get more people to come here and bring their cash with them. The fifth issue is regulatory relief. If there's ever a time in our nation's history when we should say, hold on a minute, we're putting out regulations as fast as you can count them. Look at the things that just came out of the NRLB yesterday. Look at the things that people are talking about coming out of the EPA. And so what we think that it's time for the nation to look at that we could take a breath when we've got to be very careful when we look at what regulations we're now going to put in place. Now, finally, let me say a word on taxes. We need a tax reform and an entitlement reform program, but there are some tax things that we could do right now, and I'll just mention one. We need to think if we can have a tax holiday and let companies bring some of the money they've already earned, because you know we're the only country in America now that pays double taxes. The corporations do when they earn it overseas. They've got to pay it there and pay it here. This will be our underlying focus for as long as it takes to get our economy moving again and put people back to work.